Welcome back, beautiful people, to what I like to consider the spiritual successor to Barney the Dinosaur, Trey the Terrible Collector. On today's episode, we will be rounding out the Spawn Series 1 toy line and also kind of giving the whole line an overview. So we are going to go ahead and get started with our last figure that we are unboxing. This is Overkill. Now you may say, I think you're mispronouncing it. I think it's Overkill, but no. He has a T in there. Overkill is a giant robot mafia assassin, I believe, who is known for terrorizing Spawn in his universe. Now, Spawn was mostly known for his antics fighting heaven and hell and getting involved in demons and all that kind of stuff, but he did do a lot of ground level fighting of earth-based criminals. Let's go ahead and get this ripped open. We have our comic book here with some pretty sick cover art. Within the first couple of pages, you get the big reveal of Overkill and his horrible origin, where he was tortured and changed into a robot assassin. Pretty dope looking. Really, I don't know, good splash page. Really cool. The first thing that I notice about this toy, sorry about that, is that he is significantly heavier than anybody else in this series. Tremor is also kind of heavy, but he's easily 2 to 3 times heavier than Tremor. He's huge. The character itself comes with a parking meter, which looks like he's going to use that as a bludgeoning weapon. His head also seems to protrude out of his neck, and I imagine that it's kind of like Tremor, where he was turned into a robot who could launch parts of his body. Let's see if we can figure out how to do that. Switch and bag of Overkill launches head from body. Oh, there it is. Yeah, it doesn't come all the way out, but I mean, that's even worse. Like, that's just ridiculous. Look at him go. Also, really juicy dumper. That's real important on a figure like this. He's enormous and just like loaded with tons of detail. Chainmail all over the arms, little individual grommets everywhere, all over his feet, knees, shoulders. His headgear is so detailed. And then when you do launch his neck out, I don't know that we can get in close enough to see, but the skin around the neck is like wrinkled, and the detail inside his little rocket face is really, really cool looking. Now, that doesn't mean this is a cool character. He's absolutely ridiculous. Like, come on. But the amount of detail that they put into this is super neat. Also, he's got to be using 3 times as much plastic as any of these other figures. Like, he's a lot of toy. There we go. Get that in there. I am going to bring out some of the other toys. On the other end of the spectrum, you have Violator, who weighs almost nothing. He's real bendy, super cool to look at sculpt-wise, but he doesn't really stand up on his own. You need one of those little figure stands for him, where you got to kind of strategically position him behind Overkill. You've got both of our Spawn figures. Both of them are very cool. The detail on them both is really neat. And then you've got the clown, who is just, I don't know, initially he was my least favorite toy in the bunch, but after having him for a while and looking at all the details, the little warts and veins on his clown head, the crazy hair and paint job and little teeth on his other face, The details on his pants, his little toe busting through his shoe, really, you can tell a lot of care was put into that one. And then, like the other versions of the villains, you do have a gold variant of Overkill. I'm going to bust him open real quick. I know that sounds crazy on camera, so I'm trying to get it out of the way quick. Let's see what this looks like. I will say I have a gold version of Tremor and a gold version of Violator, and they both look fine, but they've kind of faded over the years. This one still has like all of his oomph to him. Super shiny, super cool, wicked heavy, just as juicy a dumper. Really, whoa, that one launches all the way out. Shit. I hope I can get that back in. Well, that was unexpected. This one has a gold parking meter, which, I mean, if you can make a parking meter out of gold, you probably don't need to be charging for parking in the first place. But who am I to say? Cool. So there we have it. We've completed the Spawn Series 1 toy line. Let me know if you guys want to see the rest of the Spawn figures. At this point, I think I'm gonna take a break on this series and move into some other things, but it was really cool experimenting with these and seeing what they had to offer. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please remember to like and subscribe if you'd like to see more of this stuff. Leave me some comments if you're interested in seeing anything different, and let me know how you feel about it. But until next time, y'all have been wonderful. I have been terrible. We'll see you again soon.